The town of Chicago had approximately 200 inhabitants on August 12, 1833. The Great Chicago Fire of 1871 killed 300 people, damaged approximately 3.3 square miles, and left more than 100,000 persons homeless. However, by that time, Chicago had become the world's fastest growing metropolis, with a population of over 300,000 people. Because of the fire, these aspirant citizens had to start over. The city was rebuilt from the ashes with amazing fortitude, and some of Chicago's best architecture was built immediately afterward. Since then, Chicago has only continued to add value to its urban grid, with new structures gradually complementing the city's stunning skyline. This being said, for today's video, we're going to list the infrastructures and skyscrapers for the transformation of Chicago by 2030. And to give you a shocking heads up, the estimated amount for the establishment of this plan is $55 billion. But before diving into that, please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel to show some support, and hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this from our channel. Without further ado, let's get started. First, we have 725 West Randolph Street. W725 Randolph Street is a Chicago skyscraper that has been proposed. It was designed by the architectural company Roger Ferris Plus Partners, with Perkins Eastman serving as the architect of record. The project, as proposed, will include homes and an Equinox-branded hotel. It is one of two skyscrapers now under construction in the West Loop. The Chicago Plan Commission approved the building in 2018, and construction is scheduled to begin in 2019. Next on our list is Lincoln Yards. Sterling Bay's Lincoln Yards is a $6 billion mixed-use project proposed on 53 acres of primarily unoccupied land in the Lincoln Park and Westtown community districts along the North Branch Industrial Corridor. The project will contain up to 14 million square feet of new commercial and residential construction, including up to 6,000 affordable dwelling units, 21 acres of public open space, major infrastructure and transportation enhancements, and more than $120 million in development fees. Moving forward, we have the 78. The 78 is a $7 billion mixed-use project planned by Related Midwest for 62 acres of disused railroad property along the Chicago River's South Branch in the near South Side neighborhood. Up to 13 million square feet of new commercial, residential, and institutional construction, 12 acres of open space, multiple infrastructure improvements, including a new Red Line subway station at 15th Street, and a 20% affordable housing commitment for up to 10,000 residential units are all part of the project. Furthermore, the developer is donating nearly an acre of land on the site to the University of Illinois for the creation of the Discovery Partners Institute, or DPI, a new research and innovation center focused on establishing a better tech environment in the state of Illinois. Next, the River District. Designed by Chicago architecture firm Solomon Cordwell Bwens, SCB, and located along the North Branch of the Chicago River, the phased redevelopment of 777 and 700 West Chicago Avenue will be reimagined as the River District, a landmark urban tech-centric neighborhood that will reflect how people want to live and work. The new neighborhood extends Chicago's downtown district and establishes a natural connection between the Loop, River North, Fulton Market, and River West. In fact, according to the president of Tribune Real Estate Holdings, Murray McQueen, our proposed plan for the River District builds on Mayor Emanuel's North Branch framework vision to unlock growth by creating and connecting vibrant, sustainable neighborhoods and attracting and retaining new jobs and talent. Chicago's growth and innovation as a result of the framework will cement it as a top destination for companies and talent, and we view the River District as a major contributor to the future success of the city. We also have One Central. One Central's comprehensive plans, which will be announced in 2019, contain up to 22.3 million square feet of structures with up to 9,050 residential apartments and 9.45 million square feet of office space. The project still needs city and state clearance before it can move forward, and Landmark President Bob Dunn has stated that he plans to submit a zoning application by late October or early November 2021. One Central, as proposed, would be a sprawling combination of retail and commercial buildings, some of which would be high-rise, similar to the other massive mixed-use developments completed around the city recently, such as the 78 or Lincoln Yards. The new twist would be a civic build by Landmark Development, which would include a transit center for Metro, City A, and Amtrak trains, as well as a single location to catch a variety of buses leading to locations on the museum campus and McCormick Place. Next on the list is Burnham Lakefront. The Commercial Club of Chicago commissioned Burnham and Bennett to create a plan for Chicago in 1906, and its civic-minded membership included many of the city's most prominent practical men of affairs. Through the Commercial Club, businessmen like George Pullman, Marshall Field, and George Armour and Burnham himself sought to promote Chicago's development as well as various contemporary reforms, and the plan for Chicago incorporated their goals into one grand vision for the city. The Lakeshore shall be treated as a park area to the fullest degree practicable, according to the plan. While Burnham's vision for the lakefront was not entirely realized, Northerly Island is the only one of a series of suggested strips of parkland out in the lake, and the city never created artificial islands along the North Shore. His ambition for the lakefront to be a public park came fulfilled. Well, it's possibly the plan's most lasting legacy. Of course, we also have Kennedy Cap. Capping the Kennedy is an idea that's been floating around for years, always with a dreamy aspect to it. It was included in the city's 2003 Central Area Plan, the city's first comprehensive look at the downtown region since 1958, and it was also included in the 2009 Action Plan update, which cheerfully set a completion date of 2020. This concept is for a green paradise that might be placed on a deck over the highway as it goes through downtown. It would hide the unattractive traffic, muffle its volume, and create open space for the West Loop district, which is teeming with new residents, offices, hotels, and restaurants. Next up, Tribune East Tower. The Tribune Tower East building is part of a larger concept that includes the renovation of an existing Chicago landmark. The tower will be the city's second highest skyscraper and has the ability to completely change this vital stretch of Michigan Avenue. Tribune Tower East will be approximately 1,442 tall and will be a mixed-use structure featuring retail and commercial uses, as well as 200 hotel keys and 564 housing units. The historic building will house 162 condominium units for sale as part of this project. The developer has also agreed to redesign Pioneer Court by adding a new public pathway connecting Michigan Avenue and Cityfront Plaza, significantly increase the amount of proposed open green space, including numerous grassy berms and active lawn spaces, and add mature trees, new accessible outdoor seating, raised planter bed systems, a unified granite paving system, and enhanced lighting to improve safety. On our list, we have 400 and Lakeshore Drive. 400 and Lakeshore Drive is a magnificent two-tower construction on the shores of Lake Michigan. 400 North was created to resemble a falling waterfall flowing into a lake. Lakeshore Drive is notable because it will be built on the location of the now-defunct Chicago Spire Complex. The original concept for 400 North, the two buildings on Lakeshore Drive, were supposed to be 1,100 and 850 feet tall, but a scaled-back design currently has the ultimate heights at 875 and 765 feet, respectively. The alteration also removes a hotel that had been intended for the smaller of the two towers. Thus, 400 North Lakeshore Drive will be entirely made up of upscale condos and apartments. The specifics of the units have not been divulged, but the project scope also includes 4.5 acres of open green space that will connect to the Chicago Riverwalk and Navy Pier. Next is the Lakeshore East Parcel 1 Tower. The 85-story tower, designed by BKL Architecture, is scheduled to rise 950 feet above the ground. The tower will be fully residential with 600 apartments. The building was originally planned to have 80 stories and a height of 875 feet. However, plans were changed in late 2018. Parcel 1's design has a triangle geometry that provides occupants with vistas up and down the lakeshore. The pro-like structure expands at the top, highlighting its prominence and interplay with the skyline. The curved form and faceted skin of the tower create a continuous and consistent visual distinction between it and Cirrus and Cascade. Moving forward, we have 1000M. The tower, which stands at a revised 805 feet tall, was planned by famed architect Helmut Jahn, whose work includes the Thompson Center and who died earlier this year in the suburbs. Time Equities and JK Equities collaborated on the skyscraper, which just received funds to begin construction after being halted early in the pandemic. The 73-story skyscraper was originally intended to rise an additional 200 feet with a stacked box design, but due to its placement on the historic Michigan Avenue street wall, local organizations strongly opposed it. It was then reduced to 831 feet tall, with a curving glass facade cantilevering over the next building south, and the overall number of condos was also reduced. With sales falling short of expectations, the tower released smaller European-inspired units named the International Collection in 2019. Included in the list is 130 North Franklin. The graceful shape and proportion of this spectacular glass tower, rising 50 floors above Chicago's West Loop, integrate the newest breakthroughs in building facade technology. Views perpendicular and parallel to the street grid are provided by the faceted form. The facade, which spans the whole block of Franklin Street, is complemented by two open landscape plazas that enliven the cityscape and provide relief. The foyer is placed back at ground level, forming a covered arcade that connects to plazas that highlight the building's vertical elevation. The foyer is 50 feet high and filled with natural light. Far above the street, the 7th-floor landscape Sky Park transforms into one-of-a-kind on-site conference centers and gathering place for tenants. Few more to go. We have Willis Tower Facelift. The Willis Tower Plaza will be transformed as part of Gensler's refurbishment plans to make it more welcoming to passersby. A vast new 3-story glass structure will be built atop the skyscraper's existing stone entrance, together with 3 underground floors and a winter garden, with unimpeded views of the tower. New retail, dining, and entertainment spaces will also be built at the building's base. Additionally, existing floor space within the tower will be reconfigured to create new special tenant amenities such as fitness facility, lounges, private event space, and concierge services. Next is Aon Center Observatory. It's been years since city officials approved a new observation deck and a 1,185-foot outside elevator for Chicago's Aon Center, but the sky-high attraction is now ready to go. The yet-to-be-named Aon Observatory will demolish 2 of every 3 vertical columns on the tower's top 2 levels. The facility will include a restaurant, a bar, and a Sky Summit thrill experience that will hang tourists in a glass-bottomed gondola over the edge of the tower's roof. Next on the list, O'Hare expansion. The high-stakes international design competition to reinvent Chicago's O'Hare International Airport presented 5 architectural proposals for the massive $8.5 billion project after months of speculation and rising expectation. The huge facility, which is scheduled to open in 2028, will handle both domestic and international aircraft and will have its own customs and immigration checks. When combined with 2 additional satellite terminals, the refurbishment is expected to increase O'Hare's overall terminal area by 60%, from 5.5 to 8.9 million square feet. Last, but definitely not the least, is the Obama Presidential Center. In May 2017, the Obamas released a conceptual vision and site map for the center. It will consist of 3 buildings, a museum, a forum, and a library that will form a campus centered on a public square. The museum, the tallest of the 3 structures, will house an exhibition area, offices, and education and conference rooms. The forum and library will be single-story community structures including an auditorium, a restaurant, and a public garden, and landscape roof terraces. The Obama Presidential Center's construction ushered in the new year on January 5, 2022 by continuing to make progress with caisson drilling and other below-grade operations. All of the future underground garage caissons have been completed and construction on the caissons for the future museum building is currently ongoing. Earth retention work is scheduled to begin within the next week or so, and the number of construction employees on the job is steadily increasing to a daily average of roughly 75 people working on the site in some capacity every workday. To date, residents of Chicago's South and West Sides have contributed more than 40% of the total working hours expended to assist create the Obama Presidential Center. So, what do you think about these skyscrapers? Are they worth waiting for? Which among the buildings for the $55 billion transformation are you excited to see? Let me know your answers by writing them in the comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video and picked a thing or two. Do not forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to this channel to show some support. Please also hit the notification bell to never miss any of our luxurious videos to be uploaded. As always, this is the Luxe Luxury channel. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.